Well, good morning, community, and happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. I'm your host, Aaron Avila. Really great to be here. Great to be with my community, whom I love. Thank you much for being here. I see there's a few people. Thank you. Thank you for being out there. Hello, David Ma. Hello. I don't know a Facebook user. Do you see how it comes up? This happens when you don't log in to Restream. I can't see who you are. So if that's you, put your name and I'll give you a shout out. All right, but let's get right into the show. Let's go about the topic because it's one I'm really passionate about. So let's get to it. Did you know that the way you think directly is the impact, the cornerstone of finding life at stroke? So let's get to it.
Welcome to the Stroke of Genius Show Survivor Experience. Now, here's your host, Aaron Avila.
Well, good morning, community. This topic is really the cornerstone of my life and why I started stroke TV media. When I first had my stroke, I remember I used to visit all the groups that were out there, and they all focused on the physical abilities, rebuilding their life. Their value was placed on what they could accomplish physically. Well, here I was, lying half paralyzed in a bed. I could be like that. So I realized, and I'll tell you how in a minute, why mindset is so critical. I remember I knew a stroke survivor who had just had stroke. Absolutely felt his life was over. Laid in bed, half paralyzed, suicidal. I remember him telling me, your value, your worth as a human being is over. You're worthless. You're no good. You'll be like this the rest of your life. I mean, it was dark, it was miserable, it was terrible. And I remember him telling me he was suicidal. And he used to wonder how he ended his life because it's over, because he had a stroke. That person, my brothers, my sisters, was me. Yeah, I used to sit there, lay in bed, half paralyzed, and contemplate how I'd kill myself because I felt my life was over. But I'm going to tell you a little preview to what the topic is about. It was because my mindset was wrong. I realized after watching Jeff Hazelot begin to speak about how mindset, the way you think, really impacted your future. And I'm here to tell you, Stroke Survivor, that the way you think about yourself, about your stroke, about who and what you are, will directly manifest itself in the physical world. What I'm saying is that you create your exterior life, the life you live, by the way you think. And this way of thinking, truth, was being missed by all the groups that I tried to join because it began to make me feel like it really wasn't, they didn't do it intentionally, but they began to make me feel like it was worthless because I couldn't even move my arm like they could, or I couldn't speak properly. They're very unavailable. Well, that is can be further from the truth because the way you think, how you think directly impacts your life in the future and how you'll live. I put a note here. There were two types of strokes of birth. I'll prove this to you. I'll give you an example. There are two stroke survivors, both having very similar strokes. One stroke survivor says to himself, I'm going to live my life being grateful. I choose to focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. And remember, this stroke survivor is making an active choice, saying to himself or herself, I'm going to focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. And the other stroke survivor, then we have the second stroke survivor, similar stroke, that he has to himself in his mind. Don't confuse the brain with the mind. The brain is like the CPU of the processor of your mind. They're two different things. So don't, if you want to know more about the difference between the brain and the mind, I'll do a show on those. But it's really important that your mind, what you think about, is your mind, and that will directly impact how your life is lived after a stroke. But as I was saying, the second stroke survivor, unlike the first stroke survivor who made a choice to focus on what he can do, not what he can't do. The second stroke survivor begins to focus on what he lost. He begins to look back in the rearview mirror of his life, and he begins to see how much he's lost. He focuses his energy, his attention on how bad his life is. Now, out of those two stroke survivors, guess which one will find life after stroke? Yep, the one that changes his mindset, that focuses on what he can do, not what he can't do. I've been serving the stroke survivor community now for 8 years. And there are so many stroke survivors that are dark, miserable, isolated. Why? Because they followed the construct of the number two stroke survivor. And I'll read my notes exactly. This stroke survivor focus on what they've lost, what stroke has done to them. They focus their energy on looking back on their life. They focus on what they can't do. Well, that stroke survivor will be miserable. By the way, I want to take a side note here. This is not easy. I am not here to tell you that shifting your mindset is not easy, but I am here to tell you it is essential. It is critical. It is the cornerstone of who you are after a stroke. To learn to reset your mindset. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take practice. It's going to take being relentless. And I'll give some tips at the end of the show that you could do to help you shift over from stroke survivor number two, being miserable, to stroke survivor number one, which has a life after stroke. But my prime example is me telling you a story how I was that person. I was the miserable stroke survivor one time. I was suicidal. I can remember to this day now, 13 years later, laying in bed. I didn't tell anybody I was suicidal. I didn't tell my wife. I could lay in bed. I would lay in bed contemplating how I was going to get my hot pillow carcass into my wheelchair, out to my closet, out the ramp, open the closet where I kept my 40 Smith& Wesson, and I was going to blow my head off because I felt my life was over. Why did I feel my life was over? Because I was stroke survivor number two. I was focusing on what I couldn't do, what stroke had done to me, and looking back, comparing where I was right now to what I used to be. This is a big warning sign. First of all, don't compare your life, what it is now, to what you used to be. And and another thing, don't compare your current stroke survivor life to else's stroke. I learned that in the very beginning because there are some stroke survivors that seem to rebuild their life quicker than others. And I'm going to tell you that majority of what I see out there, the rebuilding life to stroke, it's about the mindset. It's about the way they think. So, my point is, you are in control of the way your life is after stroke. So many times we sit there and we believe, and our and stroke lies to us, basically, many, many ways. But we begin to think our life is over. And that directly affects the physical world in which we live. And that's something I really want you to understand. The way you think, what the way you think greatly affects your life and the way you live. During Dyer, my amazing spiritual man says, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at will change. Let's think about that. What he's saying is, he change the way you look at things, change the way you think, change what you're focused on, stroke survivor in your life, and the things in your life, exterior wise, in the physical realm, will begin to change. See, so many times we sit there and believe that because stroke has happened to us, take away our abilities, does various things, that our physical life is over. Well, I'm saying this morning, change the way you look at things. Change the way you look at your stroke. Quit focusing your energy on the negative. I want you to focus. There's a spiritual man that told me long time ago. He was my mentor. His name was Roland Takaoka. He passed away from a seventh stroke. But he said, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Now, what is focus? Focus is your mind. So, what I'm saying is this: if you focus your energy on what stroke has done to you, what you can't do, the inability to live like you used to, if that is where you pay all your attention, your focus, your energy, I'm here to tell you, I guarantee you can live an isolated, unproductive life waiting to die. And, stroke survivor, you have far more inside of you. You know, I heard Ed Milet say, you are extraordinary. In fact, created a inspirational out of it. You stroke survivor are extraordinary. You just need to believe it. I know your mind is more powerful than you realize. Something I have learned that our mind, the reason you see me, what I do, remember I told you I was The stroke survivor didn't focus on the good, but focused all my energy on tension, on the bad, negative things stroke did to me. But over time, I began to learn to shift my mindset. And again, I'll give you a pointer or two to help you shift your mindset because I believe and I think that our stroke survivor community needs to learn to realize the mind, the way they think is directly impacting the way their life is right now. I personally have paralyzed, been in wheelchair 13 years, probably at a level of 7 to 9 pain every day. But you know what? Stroke and brain injury are probably the best thing that happened to me. Why? How can I say that? Because I don't focus on what I can't do. I focus on what I can do. I can help you. I can serve you. So as you begin to learn the principle of your mindset, your life will change. I guarantee you. And I'm going to give you a couple tips. Let me pause for a minute and see if anybody, okay, here. I'm going to pause. Just remember this. I'm going to pause during my shows and read out the comments. So again, don't know who this is saying hello to me. I have no idea who it is. Again, the survivor out there says bingo agrees with what I'm saying. Now there was Stephen. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen Albright, I've known for years. I've seen him, but he calls it mental mud. I mean, that's so true. It's mental mud. I mean, really, what we are going through is mental mud. But he had a grandbaby that through his changed his life that made him realize. I'm gonna tell you why Steven's life changed. Oh, Rainbow, hey, thank you for bringing out Rainbow. Appreciate it, honey. Thank you. I mean, how could you not be happy at the name like that, Rainbow? I mean, seriously. I mean, Rainbow, yeah, they could be out there. But why don't you look what she wrote? You know, I think it's important to realize something, people, my community, my brothers, sisters. I could have been a stroke survivor. You could be that stroke survivor that focus on the negative. And the way you focus, your energy will flow. Once you read that quote I had down below, the tickering on the bottom of the screen right here. Henry Ford, decades ago, said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, both are correct. What does that mean, Henry? You have a choice, stroke survivor. You could choose to say, I can regain my life after stroke. I can refocus my life starting right now. Or you could say, I can't. I'll be miserable the rest of my life till I die. But the main point I think Henry Ford was saying, it is with your mind you believe it. If you say, I can't, guess what? You're not going to. But if you see in your mind, I can, guess what? You're going to. So it really comes down to your choice. I do want to oversimplify it because it's not totally easy like that, but it is probably easy that way. Meaning, I'm going to give you one of the tips. Wake up every morning, look at yourself in the mirror. Here's your action tip. Wake up, look at yourself in the mirror, and tell yourself, I am extraordinary. I am significant. Go outside. I encourage everybody to go outside each and every day, especially in the springtime like this. Go listen to a bird sing. I do it every day. It's amazing. And then say to yourself, I am so grateful to be alive. I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to hear the birds singing. As you shift that focus, what I just what I just tell you, what did I just share with you, as you shift your focus from I can to being grateful for your life, being grateful for the birds singing, like Stephen Albright, grateful for the grandbaby I get to see, grateful for my spouse being there. Your life will change. Yeah. And remember a principle I want you to take on today. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Really important to understand that principle. That is a principle that you cannot change in life. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Now, judging from that statement, I'm assuming this I'm gonna show you this statement. This sure looks like Sherry Patterson, who is a Facebook user, but I'm assuming it's Sherry Patterson because she gets us really excited. She is happy she's alive. Her and I talk almost every day, and I think it's important to realize. So here's your action step. Get kind of overwhelmed. We only got half an hour. I'll probably do this show again. I'll do part two because boy, the time is flying by. But I want to give the extra steps before this time is over together. Again, principle number one, where your focus goes, your energy flows. Your actual step is to wake up every morning and talk positive to yourself. Don't when those I'm gonna tell you, I did a show. I want to encourage you to number one, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to Stroke TV Media YouTube channel. But I want you to go back and look up the show we did. I did was shit, my goodness, I forgot the name. I'm so sorry, dear, if you're watching this. But we did a special on self love. And it's so powerful. You need to watch it. So go into my go into Stroke TV Mini YouTube channel, hit subscribe, and then watch series 3 part series we did on self love. Oh, there's Bro Khan. Look at that. He's out there. Great to see you there. You are too, Khan, by the way. Don't I love it, bro. I think what you're trying to do is great. You and I need to talk. And there is, I think Jeremy is from the UK. I'll make it sure, correct. Now, I want you to take a look at Rainbow's comment. Rainbow is a doctor. But I want you to take a look at the comment. It defies logic. How can you say that cancer is the best thing that ever happened to them? How can I say that brain aneurysm and stroke are the best thing that ever happened to me? How can I do that? It's mindset, people. It's because I'm thinking in my mind differently, I'm opening myself up to thinking. I'm now able to live my life exactly like I wanted. And that's what I'm doing. I wasn't the same man before my stroke my brain aneurysm, but I'm grateful for the second chance I've been given. And I'm rebuilding it better than ever before. So, man, what time is flying by. But okay, don't forget your actor steps. Today, I want you to start shifting your mindset, each and every one of you. If you're watching this live or on the replay, I want you to think only positive thoughts about yourself. I'm going to give you a song that I learned that is really, really critical. When you have negative thought come in your mind towards yourself, I'm no good, I'm not valuable, I can't do this, I can't do that. I always sing this song. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. So when those negative thoughts come in your life, in your mind, start singing that song immediately, and the thought will go away. So also that's active step number one. Active step number two. Be grateful. Be grateful for that bird singing, for your spouse, for your grandbaby. Just be grateful for everything you can. Repeat it as many times you can during the day. I'm grateful for this. I'm thankful for that. I am trying to get you to a point. But I promise you that if you begin to do what I'm saying, your mindset will shift. You'll, and if I can get your mindset change to a more positive attitude, a more positive mindset, your exterior life around you, the life around you, the future, your destiny, the life you live from then on will change to something amazing. Honestly, guys, I love what I do. I love helping you. I love you. I love being a servant to the stroke community, is what I do. Thank you, Rainbow. I'm going to bring that out here. Thank you, Rainbow. Rainbow is the MD. She is the MD. I want to make everybody know that. But yeah, it's so true. When you sing that song, Rainbow, try it. It's amazing. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. So that's action step number three. Sing the song anytime any negative energy enters your mind, any negative thought enters your mind, you sing that song. Promise me today you do it. I promise. Just that simple song not only may make you smile, but it will shift your mindset. Because you're about to tell those negative thoughts. You're about to begin the journey I've been on, which you're about to change the way you think. And you're gonna sing Hit the Road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Yeah, really. I mean, you are in control of your destiny. You're not a victim of stroke. You control your future. And with that, you control your future by the way you think, my people, my community. So with that, as time is over, I know it goes by quick. I can see I do number two. So when I get a chance, I'm not sure if I have guests next Wednesday, but make sure you tune in again every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, and 12 noon East Coast Time. Tune in every Wednesday. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube TV Media YouTube channel. And remember, I love it and love energy. I'm grateful, very grateful you are here. I'm grateful we can come together because remember, together we are strong.